بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. طبعا احنا في شابتر 2 وشابتر 2 له علاقه بشكل مباشر في كيف احنا نعمل جنريشن لتوبيك وكيف نتعرف على السكيلز الموجوده عندنا. اليوم حنحكي كيف احنا to look at the past project title. We have many research theses available in the library. And as I explained before, you don't need to go physically by yourself to the library. You can access it through the internet. You can look at different dissertations, different theses. يعني في عندنا كتير dissertation موجودة. As I told you, we have around 1,200 theses. You can skim the titles. ممكن أنتوا تروحوا على titles تعملوا لها skimming. In your interesting subjects. يعني مثلا إذا كان interested subjects تبعتكم مثلا في الموتيفيشن، أوكي؟ إذا كان مرتبط في مثلا في الامبلويمنت، إذا كان في التريننج، إذا كان مثلا في الهايرنج، إذا كان في ديجيتال ماركتينج. Okay, for digital marketing. So you can surf in the internet and you have the matched thesis in the website. Okay, and we have also the EcoLink. EcoLink give you articles and student theses related to your subject. فممكن انتوا تروحوا على مكتبة الجامعة تشوفوا هذه العناوين، وممكن اذا بدكم تشوفوها فيزيكلي يعني مطبوعة برضه موجود هارد كوبي موجود في الجامعة. طبعا ايش اهمية انه احنا نطلع على الثيسز؟ لنفترض احنا حطينا مثلا ديجيتال ماركتينج في الكتالوج تبعت اللايبرري، هيطلع عندنا مثلا 50 عنوان في الديجيتال ماركتينج. You don't need to read them in details. مش مطلوب منكم ان تروحوا تقرأوهم بتفاصيل. Just read the titles. بس احنا بنقرأ ايش؟ التايتلز. As I told you before, when you are reading the titles, the keyword is coming up. لما احنا بنقرأ التايتلز بصير الكيورد تطلع معنا. Okay? يعني for instance, if you talk about digital marketing, okay, it talks about promotion, about using websites, etc. So it's forming your brain on handling the significant keywords. As you know, your university list in the library catalog, all of the thesis and dissertation, in addition to the publications of teaching staff. كمان بحطوا اللي هو publications تبعت teaching staff. Therefore, you need to be aware how to use this. كثير مهم لازم يكون عندكم معرفة كيف تستخدموا اللايبرري. Okay? But the problem sometimes you face challenges on the quality of the thesis. لأنه في بعض الحالات إنه ممكن تواجهوا مشاكل في the quality of the thesis. It doesn't matter in this time to examine the quality. The matter things is to introduce yourself to the library catalog. يعني لقيت انتم مش في مرحله انه احنا نتاكد من جوده الثيسز بقدر ما هو احنا نتعرف على التايتلز اللي موجوده في so it's a good starting points. يعني نقطه مهمه if you get lost, so your library can help you to find a particular topics related to your keywords. يعني مش حيكون شيء صعب، وبتصور انه حتكون بدايه مهمه بالنسبه لكم لتتعرفوا على هاي الثيسز. كمان احنا we have many universities nearby. We have Al-Azhar University, we have UCAS, we have Al-Aqsa, we have different universities around you. You can visit their library and to see what the students or what the projects available in these libraries. Just it's like homework, okay, on introducing yourself to the library, not introducing the library to yourself. So just you to see the library, visit them. You are the guest. Okay. Then you arrange discussion. You arrange group discussion with your friends, with your classmates on these results. For instance, if you have a result with 50 titles, okay, 50 titles. Each title costs you around 5 seconds reading. You don't need to read in details, as I mentioned before. 50 titles times 5 seconds, it's around 250 seconds. So it's how long is in minutes? Okay, it's 5 minutes. Okay, 10 minutes, half an hour. So reading the titles, it costs you half an hour. يعني بتكلفنا نص ساعة قراءة. What the beauty of having the titles, as I told you, you read the keywords and you try to connect between the keywords. And the keywords are considered as the blocks of the theory. يعني بتكونوا الكيوردز هم عبارة عن the blocks of the theory. For instance, if you came across with the digital marketing, you will have digital marketing. You will have a title like this: the impact of digital marketing on consumer behavior. Okay? Fine. So what you want to do, just circle the significant keywords. So the significant keywords is digital marketing and consumer behavior. Okay? So then in the second, or on the next article, it could be repeated. And the one after, and the one after, then you accumulate your understanding of your title. يعني انتوا بتصيروا تطوروا معرفتكم في هذا التايتل. Okay? Then after finishing this, you arrange for a discussion with your colleagues, as I mentioned before. If your colleagues read the same results, they end with the cross-cutting keywords. فهمتوا ايش حكيت؟ ايش حكيت؟ cross-cuttings. cross-cutting keywords. يعني احنا مثلا student A come with these, student B come with these, C, and so on. There is a cross-cutting issues between the students. Okay? So it's important to arrange this meeting. And keep a meeting minutes for me, please. عارفين ايش معنى meeting minutes؟ ايش معنى؟ عملوا لي اجتماع. Okay. Write a meeting minutes. See the attendance, the time, the place, the discussion, the result, the new action. The new actions, just to see you are in the right track. Also, the discussion is not limited only to your friends or classmates. You can discuss with your tutor. It means your course leader. يعني you come or you drop yourself into my office, and you can suggest, oh, this is what we have, this is our discussion, this is our results, so what we can do. Or you can ask whether we are in the right track or not. Okay, don't come to me with empty hands. Okay, ايش حكينا؟ With ايش؟ ديكو فاضية. Oh, I don't know, the friends is not coming. Okay, the internet is not working. No, don't have excuses, because so long you have 2 or 3 weeks working. يعني so long or so far you have 2 or 3 weeks. يعني لك أسبوعين 3. I think you should have a solution for your problems. So in addition to your university leader or tutor, you may ask practitioners, the professional people. You may ask them about the validity of this title. You ask them, okay, friends could be working in Bank of Palestine or working in Baltil or working in Hadara or any place. Okay, we have this title. What do you think? Try to have a communication between you and some practitioners, because it's fine you see their implications or their inputs in your title. They may suggest some ideas on you. Okay, they say, okay, you have a big and vague title. You don't need to talk about the digital marketing because the digital marketing is a very large title. You can talk about social media. So social media is embedded in the digital marketing. So this is a new suggestion. So you're starting your journey in developing your title. But if you couldn't do this, it means you don't understand what is the research process. As I mentioned in the first meeting, the research process is a systematic approach, meaning that even in developing your title, you have to go through a particular procedures. Okay? You cannot dream on and having the title coming to your mind and coming in the morning, tell, oh, this is my title, this is my thesis, this is my everything. How you check your title is valid, how you check from the practitioner point of view, how you check with your university leader, how you check with your friends and your colleagues. Okay? No, definitely no. If this is the rule, no, if this is the rules, all people be research scientists. إذا الكلام تبعك صحيح كل واحد بيصير باحث كل واحد okay I have this title and we can work. No, you have to put your title in the lab. You know what it means, the lab في المختبر. And your lab in this case is to discuss this. And after that you go to the literature review. After you having these discussions, you go to the literature review, see whether your title is being investigated or not. Yes, it's a journey, process. It's a long journey, yes. But in your assignment, it's a short journey. في الشغل تبعكم short journey. You don't need to go to in depth of the journey. Now, search the literature. After you having the meetings with your professional group, with the professional people, with your teacher, and with your group, then you go back to the literature. As a part of your discussions, relevant literature may also be suggested, okay? And if you have Sharp et al., 2002, it shows how you discuss the literature, okay? And how the literature helping you in generating ideas. You brought the title that you satisfied and that you developed with your friends or colleagues, and you go back to the literature. What you can do in the literature, you cannot put all articles or the title in the website, like Science Direct or GSTour or Emerald or EBSCO. No, break them down into keywords. For instance, here digital marketing. See what digital marketing saying, and consumer behavior, because these two different blocks. لأن هدول نعتبرهم two blocks. Okay? And you can bring them together. ممكن إحنا نجيبهم في بعض. And sometimes some authors they connect between them. And some authors they connect between their branches. It is not necessarily to connect between the big titles. يعني مثلا إحنا هنا عندنا digital marketing. So digital marketing includes different branches. Okay? And consumer behavior is including different things. It could be, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, and this is 1, 2, 3, 4. It could be linking 4 in digital marketing with 3 in consumer behavior. Linking 3 with 2, or linking 2 with 3, and so on. This step needs further reading. It's not like in the initial step when you are just reading the titles. Okay, just if we want to reorganize ourselves, first read titles, stay, let's say 1 week in reading the title, and arrange discussion with your friends, colleagues, professionals, and your teacher. After 1 week, you go back to the literature review and go in details. In this case, try to do some filtering in your research. في الحالة هذه احنا هنعمل filtering because you satisfy with the title and you go to the literature review. بنعمل filtering. بنشوف احنا نقرا لنا شوية على digital marketing, what digital marketing mean, what consumer behavior means, okay? And you break them down into their items, or you break them down into their factors or variables. بنجزئهم لعناصرهم, variables, factors. Okay, just remember this, variables or factors. Okay? When you break them down into variables and factors, you try to be focused or narrow down your research. And I recommend here to have at least 1 to 2 weeks reading. يعني احنا بننصحكم من اسبوع لاسبوعين ايش؟ قراءة. And try to keep the items that you have from the science research engines in your laptop, because sometimes I may ask you to bring it with you. لأنه ممكن أطلبها منكم أشوفها. Okay? Did you write notes? Fine. Okay. So, and this includes articles in academic and professional journals, and I show you how this works, reports, and textbooks. So the research articles or the research, or only the literature, includes articles, reports, and books. It is fine before you starting to know the meanings of your keywords, the meanings. Because if you don't understand the meanings, you get lost. لازم أنتوا تفهموا معنى كل كلمة. So I may ask you what digital marketing means for you. And remember, I'm teaching in the investment. Some of my students bringing their reports, and they try to tell me or talk from the report. I say, okay, close them down, and just what you understand. Okay, you have to tell me what you understand, not just reading from your textbook, because the research is yours. Okay. Scanning the media, you can go to the newspaper and see what they are talking about social media. They are talking about Facebook. They are talking about the Twitters. They are talking about, and what is the appropriate research tools used in dealing with research engines or dealing with the social media. Okay, for instance. When you are reading your articles, لما بتقروا الارticles, the articles include different components. Any scientific article includes different components. You're starting by abstract, then introduction, after that literature review, methodology. So the methodology includes data collection and data analysis, and the conclusion. Let's try to break them down. What the abstract saying? In your initial reading, you shouldn't go through all article. Only read the abstract. Okay? So just again to reorganize our systematic reading. First, title, stay 1 week. Then you can read. Sorry for the power cuts. احنا بنتأسف على انقطاع التيار الكهربائي. Okay, after reading the thesis, it's important to keep notebook of ideas, and I think I explained it before when one of my students read Spanish keywords. Okay, just remembering you about this. One of the more creative techniques that we all use it to keep notebook of ideas. When you are reading the abstract, okay, you should focus on finding significant keywords. And it's important to have like this file. The abstract, when you are reading the abstract includes different items, starting by the objective of the proposal or the article, the main theory applied, the research methodology, the results and findings, and if there is recommendations. Sometimes when you are reading the abstract, one of the abstract is interesting to you and is attracting you. Try to write it down. يعني بعض الابستراكت تكون okay, put it aside. حطوها هاد واكتبوا important. اكتبوها important or very important. So try to categorize the abstract according to the level of relevance to your subject. يعني حاولوا تعملوا categorizing حسب الريليفنس تبعتكم. والله it's strongly related, semi-strongly related, or let's say high related, low related, weak related. Okay? Exploring personal preferences using past projects. In here, it's similar what I said. Select 6 projects that you like. Try to have at least 5, 7, 6, 4 abstract to read. For each of these projects, you should ask yourself 3 questions. لازم احنا نسأل نفسنا 3 أسئلة. What appeals to you about the projects? يعني شو اللي دفعك لهذا البروجكت أو هذا subjects? Is something interesting in this subject or not? Why you are studying this? Then what is good about the project? And why is the project is good? يعني إيش شغلات كويسة في هذا البروجكت وليش هو كويس كمان؟ These 3 questions are important to you because if I ask you why this project is important to you or good for you, you may say, okay, if I study this, okay, the digital impacts on consumer behavior, it means I may increase the revenues of the business. You talk about the implications of your project on consumer behavior. You may find why consumers are not communicate with the research engines or social media. So these 3 questions should be answered in your research. And in doing this, you can select 3 projects you don't know. يعني بعض البروجكت انتم بتعرفوهمش. For each of these 3 projects that you do not like, يعني احنا بنسأل اسهل شيء بنسألكم سؤال ليش اخترتوا هذه المشاريع؟ لكن اصعب شيء احنا نسألكم اياه ايش؟ ليش ما اخترتوش هذول المشاريع؟ Why we ask this question? We ask these questions because sometimes the excluded projects and the excluded abstracts or excluded articles are very important. يعني مرات بيكونوا هم اللي انتم استبعدتوهم هم اللي كثير مهمين. Okay? So you want to be sure that the items that you excluded in your research, you justify why you exclude them. Okay? ليش انتم اخترتوهم? You have to be strong when you are justify in excluding your research ideas. Similar, what do you dislike about the projects? ليش انت ما حبيتوش؟ يمكن تقول okay, because it has no implications on the community. It doesn't match with my skills. It takes longer time to investigate, etc. Okay. What is the bad about the project? إيش اللي bad about the project? You say, okay, this project is much related to the other countries, which is not applied in my home country. For instance, some companies applied balance scorecard. You say, okay, balance scorecard is not fitted with the particular companies in here. So it's for me is not related. Why is the project bad? you also you ask in the same way. Relevancy tree. What it means, relevancy tree? Relevancy tree is like this. When you are reading, you form a tree. لما أنتوا بتقرأوا بتعملوا شجرة في القراءة. For instance, you talk about digital marketing. Okay? So in digital marketing, there is items and sub-items. This is called digital marketing tree. Digital marketing tree. First of all, you talk digital marketing. It includes, for instance, social media. So in social media includes different things. Facebook, Twitter, okay, Instagram, etc. WhatsApp. And in the Facebook, it's different. So in this way, you can forming up the trees. So you start with a broad concept. The broad concept is the digital marketing. If you want to go up, it's a combination between two different disciplines. Digital and marketing. So this title, this is broad title, is coming from two disciplines. The digital, which is from technology, and this is marketing, this is coming from business. This is called multidisciplinary. هذا بسموه ايش؟ Multidisciplinary. So this keywords or broad keyword is coming as a result of combination between technology and marketing. So the technology is one of the main item of your work, and the marketing is the other item of your work. So starting by the broad concept. So this broad concept. Another example, you can talk about motivation. This is the broad one. You can decomposing into different items. For instance, motivation, you can talk about bonuses. Okay? You can talk about, sorry? Okay, positive energy, etc. Self-esteem, other things. So first, talk about the broad picture. You have to understand the broad picture before you going into details. لازم انتوا تفهموا the broad picture. And sometimes if you don't understand the broad picture or the broad keywords, you have to go back to the textbook. لازم ترجعوا للتextbook. For instance, in marketing, the main textbook in marketing, who's the author of the main textbook in marketing? مين هو الكتاب الرئيسيين في الماركتينج؟ Kotler, for instance. Okay, if you want to talk about digital or technology, it's related to management information system. So Loudon and Loudon. بتروح على Loudon and Loudon, and so on. Okay? In human resource management, Dessler. Okay? So each of these topics forms a separate branch in which you can generate further, more detailed sub-branches, as we explained, sub-branches. As you proceed down the sub-branches, more ideas are generated and recorded. If you are forming up this, I think you are in the right track. إذا أنتم بتقدروا تعملوا هالتري هذه من الكيوردز، أوكي، ممكن تكونوا في right track. I will do some lab workshops for you, having let's say one article, and give it to you, and try to extract the main keywords and the sub-keywords, or the main branch and sub-branches. Okay? But it needs a particular place fitted with the group works. يعني بدنا مكان يكون في للجروب وركس تقعدوا فيها. I will arrange for this after the summer school or after the conference. يعني هعمل لكم arrangement لانه احنا كيف نعمل decomposing the articles into branch and some branches. Okay? You see, so the research methodology is not like just memorizing things. It's a practice. Okay? Brainstorming. In the brainstorming, after finishing the initial reading, and I'm called this initial reading. إيش معناها initial reading؟ يعني قراءة مبدئية، يعني أنتوا لسه ما قريتوش. يعني أنتوا لسه إيش؟ ما قريناش. This is initial reading. بعد هيك بصير في خطوات أخرى اللي هو in-depth reading. بيكون إيش؟ in-depth reading. بس initial readings بتكون you are subject to read let's say titles and a sample of abstracts. But in the in-depth reading you may stay in one article the long day. يعني ممكن تاخذوا article واحدة تقعدوا فيها يوم كامل. Because the research is starting. The first or the initial steps is we consider this as preparation. نعتبرهم إيش؟ بنحضر إحنا لسه يعني we prepare ourselves to the research because we want to understand. إحنا بدنا نفهم. Okay? So in the brainstorming and during the discussions with your group, with your classmates, you define your problems. What's the problems that you observed in the literature review? إيش هي المشاكل اللي أنت واجهتها؟ And not the problems in challenging on reading. No, I'm not mentioning on this. يعني إحنا ما بنقصد المشاكل اللي أنا ما حصلتش على articles إنه أنا مش هاي المشاكل. مشاكل it's related to the literature review. For instance, when you are revising the literature, what you observe that a particular company invested or using the Facebook, but the Facebook is not working. What it means is not working. It means that the ads in the Facebook is not generated new customers. It's a problem. You see? يعني انتوا شو لما رجعتوا الدراسات لقيتوا دراسة بتقول انه والله رغم الشركات بتدفع فلوس للفيسبوك عبر الادفيرتايزمنت الا انه ما جوش new customers. It's a problem. Then if you don't have answers in this, it is research problem. Why the Facebook is not motivating people to buy through the companies or to buy or to motivate people to come to the companies. يعني بصير سؤال عندنا ليش الشركات لما استخدمت الفيسبوك ما زادش عدد الكاستمرز؟ It's research problem. تمام؟ إذا هاي مشكلة بحثية. إذا define that is the source of ideas you are interested in as precisely as possible. طبعا هنا بتكون الريسيرش ايديا ايش؟ precisely يعني دقيقة. اوكي؟ نقدرش نقول والله ليش الناس لما استخدموا السوشيال ميديا. السوشيال ميديا is a very broad keywords. But you can talk about Twitters. You can talk about WhatsApp. And you cannot talk about WhatsApp for general. You can talk about WhatsApp for marketing. يعني بيستخدموا من أجل الماركتينج. Ask for the suggestions. Suggestions for relating to the problems. And these suggestions could be the initial point in developing your hypothesis. انتبهوا. Is the initial stage in developing your hypothesis. اللي هو إحنا بنطور فرضيات. Record all suggestions. All of these things should be recorded. Record all suggestions observing the following rules. وتابعوا هالrules اللي إحنا هنحكي فيها. No suggestion should be criticized or evaluated in any way before all ideas have been considered. يعني we rearrange another group or another meeting. Let's say every 2 weeks we have a meeting. انتوا بدكم تعملوا meetings. And all of us extracting the problems. كل واحد بيطلع عنده مشكلة. You can vote for a particular problem. يعني ممكن تصوتوا على مشكلة واحدة. Okay. Then you hypothesize. Okay. What things make the problem? إيش الأشياء اللي عملت هاي المشكلة؟ Or you can hypothesize what the factors reveal this problem. إيش هي الفاكتورز اللي خلت هذه المشكلة؟ And don't judge on the or don't argue on the solutions. يعني اسمعوا على بعض. كل واحد يحكي مشكلته. ما حدش ينتقد الآخر. And this is a starting journey on listening to each other. Okay? Because no one have the truth. All of us having the truth. لأنه ما فيش حد واحد عنده الحقيقة. كلنا إحنا عندنا حقيقة. كل واحد he has or she has his own understanding and her own perceptions and her right understanding. كل واحد عنده تفسيره why this problem. And this is the beauty of research. وهذا هي جمال الريسيرش. Then all suggestions, however, wild, it means it's new, okay, should be recorded. It's wild, it's been not criticized. يعني like when the kids talking, don't argue with them. Take what they said as granted and recorded it. And after that, when you have another meeting, you try to criticize your ideas. But in the first, on initial stage, let the ideas to come. خلوا الايديا تيجي، الافكار خليها تطلع من عندنا والحلول تطلع. All suggestions, however wide, should be recorded and considered. As many suggestions as possible should be recorded. قد ما تقدروا طلعوا لنا حلول. Review all suggestions and explore what is meant by each. كل suggestion كل واحدة بتقولي لها please يعني could you give more explanations about this? In this case, she has to go back and to read more about the suggestion. Analyze the list of suggestions and decide which appeal to you most as research ideas and why. بالأخير السجستشنز هدول اللي احنا اقترحناهم احنا هنختار واحدة أو تنتين. Okay? We will stop here and then refining research ideas. Please.